Hello, friends. This is Satish Mittal from Chargeup. I represent Chargeup as co-founder and chief digital officer. First of all, thank you very much, Aegis Graham Bell Awards, for shortlisting our entry into the fintech category. Today, I want to share with you an innovation which is done in the EV segment in specific in the fintech space. We all know about EV. There are a lot of tailwinds and there are headwinds. So let me start with tailwinds first. This is one segment where all three are really changing this segment. One, the policy is really supporting EV adoption. Consumers want to do the EV adoption because of the very impact it can create on climate. And third, the investors really want to invest in this segment. But at the same time, there are headwinds. Headwinds like if we talk to the driver, then clearly, specifically, I'm now talking about the drivers in the last mile space, which is becoming the lifeline of the country. These drivers don't have an easy access to credit. They don't have a way to really get a good service uptime for the battery, where battery constitutes to 50% of the cost as well as the service issues. So these are the headwinds. And that's precisely where we created a solution which solved these problems. So let's go through the solutions in a very simple manner. One, what we did first was we converted a dumb battery into an intelligent battery. We inserted a digital twin into the battery, and through that, we are able to really control and monitor the entire parameters of the battery. In simple words, we were able to build our AI ML engines, whereby we predict even before the battery fails. What it means for the driver? It means higher uptime. Higher uptime means higher run kilometers, and higher run kilometers means higher earnings. So that was one problem we solved through the asset analytics. The next step we took obviously was we started analyzing the drivers as well, as to how many kilometers they are running, how many earnings they have, what are the charge and discharge parameters for them, and what it means ultimately. We were able to do an ML engine which predicts the payment behavior for the driver. Which really makes the default parameters look very, very good on the books. So that was the second problem we solved. Then in the end, we combined both asset analytics and driver analytics into something which we call behavior analytics. There are 50 plus parameters which we analyze together, and we create a score for the driver. And that means we are able to convert these drivers into the mainstream by enabling them to get more loans. It need not to be only loans around EV. It can be insurance products. It can be education loans for the kids. And hence, we really create this positive vicious cycle for the driver to come out of the issue of less access to credit. So what it means, ultimately, once we solve it for the driver and his earnings are impacted positively, people who come on our platform, they were able to earn more, as good as 40% more earnings per month, simply because they were able to run more. Next, because we were able to predict the battery's faults even before they come, we were able to provide them a service which is excellent, to the extent that we are the first one to think of a zero loss days concept in the industry. And third, which is another anxiety for the driver, just in case at the end of the life, what do you do with the battery? Where do you sell it? Instead of selling them per kg, we really converted them into a scientifically calculated value, which is much higher value than what is available in the market. So the good part is once we solve it for the driver, we solve it for the ecosystem as well. So let's see what it means for an OEM. The service cost for the OEM goes down, brand perception goes up because there are less breakdowns, and we are able to give them a predictive warranty. It means they can manage their spares very well. So a win-win for the OEM. Next one was for the banks and NBFCs which give loans to these drivers. So through this tech, we were able to really convert an insecure loan to a secure loan. It means we can track where the driver is. We are able to demobilize in case of any theft or in case of any defaults. Thus, we are able to reduce the default rate for these NBFCs. And we create demand for them through our network. And we are able to buy back the assets in case a driver decides to go off the business, and we are able to redeploy. So again, it's a win-win for the driver. He is able to earn more, run more. Win-win for the OEM because the brand perception goes up, service cost goes down, and win-win for the NBFCs and banks because the defaults are that much less. And that's precisely what we call real solutions for real people with real outcome. Thank you very much, Agba, for giving me this opportunity. Please follow us for more details on our LinkedIn profile, which is listed here. I'll be more than happy to interact and do more with you. Thank you very much.